key. Let's go ahead and see how that works. Should be good. Cool. I'm gonna use this and just mute it. Okay, that shouldn't be bad. Okay, drivers make their way around the lap on the formation lap. Everybody's trying to preserve their tires here. We finally have a slipstream and aero in place, so we should see a lot of drivers start utilizing that pretty soon here. Pretty soon. Okay, we have 5 lights, and out they go. As we got 2 drivers here starting from the pit lane. The boss here gets a really good start, and I just gotta tell these guys to go. All right, as our pit lane starters here are about to get going. Awesome. All right, on board with our leaders here. The Fire. Actually, you know what? Fire's been surprising a lot of us recently. Being one of the better drivers in the league, surprisingly, especially in GT3, he's always normally a front runner. I think he just has issues with consistency. Mainly because he tries to go for the long strategies and ends up, spinning it at some point, or something like that. As I talk about spinning, one of the Ferraris there spin in the background. Who was that? I'm gonna go ahead and guess that was Sang, in the background there, who spun. Or actually Eric. Yeah, Eric. Oh, that's right. Sang's not here. All right, so Eric spun here in the background, so he's got some ground to make up. Meanwhile, back on board with our leaders. Again, like I've said, Fire is our leader. Let's see if we can keep it consistent. Let's see what type of strategy he pulls here. Remember that this is a collision on race, so it's going to be very crucial for these guys to get ahead when they can. On lap 3 is when collisions are enabled, and then it's going to be a very, very difficult race for a lot of these drivers here. Fire hits the wall, but so do 2 of the drivers behind him. The boss here actually doesn't really hit the wall, so he manages to get ahead. It looks like Seng's gonna be in the slipstream. That's right, Seng drives for his spirit. My bad. Right. Oh, and look, that's the power of the slipstream. Fire pulls up almost ahead and alongside into the corner, but gets a worse exit. While we've got Seng in the background here, he's gonna get the slipstream from both of them. So we're gonna see what he gets. We got a car sliding off in the background. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at the battle in the back, because that's actually pretty interesting. We're gonna stay on board with this just for a little bit. I want to see how these guys get through this corner, and then we're gonna go take a look at the cars in the background. So you really see them closing in with the slipstream back there. Like they're just on top of each other. Okay, well these guys are gonna go back and forth for a little while. Let's see what these guys are up to. Nothing much. We'll come back to these guys. Ooh, we got both these guys bouncing off the wall. It looks like Fire gets ahead just a little bit, but it looks like the boss here takes the lead back. Okay, so what an interesting race. The boss is currently your leader, but there's only half a second between these guys, and we've got Sang here, only in 3rd place, and then the rest of the field isn't even that far behind. Look, let's take a look at these guys right here. We got X Burrito. I don't know if these guys switched cars or if they've always had that, but it kind of feels like they switched cars to me. Okay, we're on lap 2 here. Remember, it's the start of the 3rd lap where collision gets turned on, so that might start to get spicy, especially with cars like this running so close together like this. So whoever's ahead is gonna be really in for a treat. 4, 3, 2, 1. I feel like the leaders are gonna take themselves out here. Oh. Okay, getting extremely squirrely there. But who's gonna get knocked out? Oh, one of these drivers is gonna get knocked out. It's a fact. This is just how it is. You can see the boss there taking an alternative line just so he avoids Fire in front of him there. As these guys come through the little. Oh, jeez. Oh, these. Okay, hold on. Somebody's gonna. Oh, and there we go. Sang is the first person to be affected, or at least from the front runners here. Let's see how these guys are running. And look, now he's been overtaken and he's being pushed back into his teammate. Fasta having a horrible race back here, all the way down in 51 seconds, 55 seconds off the lead. See how these guys are going. And Tlu also had a penalty, and he's running down in 12th place for ignoring race procedures and driving past the red light during a red flag. Okay, let's go back towards these leaders here. It looks like Fire might actually get this one. If Fire can manage his pit strategy here really well, then this might be interesting. In fact, this might be interesting for a few reasons. Because they're going to need to pit at some point. And the person who pulls the undercut first is going to trigger an array of pit stops. And we know Fire usually likes to go long, so maybe the boss can actually pull this off. And ooh, let's see what happens. The boss is right up behind him now. The gap was 2.1 seconds. Let's see what it changes to. 0.9, under a second now in between these guys. We're gonna have to see what these guys are capable of in terms of consistency here, because right now it's not looking too great for these guys. Also curious how many times these guys are gonna pit. Normally for the sprint races, these guys might pit like twice or even once, but for the longer race, they'll usually like they'll extend their stints quite a lot, so they won't pit on lap 8. They might extend it to lap 12 per se, but here they might just pit on lap 8. Oh, we got a real battle here. Oh, he had a run up on him on the inside, just didn't have the arms, he didn't have the reach to actually make the pass. Very tight track, as I've said many times before. You can see Fire's tires are just absolutely gone on the rear. He's sliding around everywhere through every single corner. It's really hard to keep that car underneath him. It looks like he's having a real time of it. He's got a car ahead of him. I believe that's the lap car faster, driving the, I don't know what that team is called, but they do have a new livery. Actually, a few teams rocking them with new liveries today. Frost, yeah, the car is actually pretty nice. I believe they were rocking the WVD last time I saw them, but now they're rocking the Dragonite here. This kind of seems to be the default car that a lot of people are going to. Um, Maybe it's a pole car. Who knows? Who knows? Let's go ahead and take a look. Leader, he actually managed to get past lap traffic there, which is surprising. Maybe we should have stayed on board for that. Oh well. Lap 5 out of 16 here. Let's see. Our closest battles are between this guy, who I didn't actually think this guy was too fast, but he's up here in 4th position right now with X Burrito behind him. You know how good of a driver X Burrito is. Both these drivers got about 4 seconds to the drivers ahead of them. Never mind. The driver that's ahead of him right there. Looks like the boss had a moment and got pushed all the way down, because even Seng's ahead of him right now. The Ferrari driver not having a very good time here. Did he just... Oh my god. Okay, so we have a driver who's stuck here. No safety cars are going to be called, so once he's out, unfortunately. But both the drivers behind him were kind of involved with that moment, as he had the biggest lag spike. He was in the same position for 3 or 4 seconds. I don't know what to say here. The two, whatever these guys are. Oh wait, lean. Ooh, I couldn't read it. Damn, they've got it on the windscreen. Well, if I could read, we'd know what this team is called. If anybody wants to correct me in chat, I will be looking out for that. Fastest back of the run. Okay, well, let's go ahead and look up the field. Oh, we have a pitter actually. We've got a pitter. Who was that? It's Law. Let's see what he does. Hard to say what he does. We'll come back to that. Fire with a 10-second lead though. You can't mess this up. You cannot mess this up. Come on. This is what you should do. Hit now, get ahead of the car, and come back. Just don't mess it up. All you need to do is keep your nose clean. Unless you can make a pass right now, which I very much doubt it. Yeah, because he backed out of it. He knows what's up. Fire just needs to keep his lead. Even if he's being slowed down, as long as you keep your nose clean in this, you're gonna have a chance at winning. And right now, ooh, I was gonna say he's the only person who's managed to keep out of trouble, but that turns out to be false. And there you go, the boss right there, right behind him. That's what losing 10 seconds looks like, right there in 1 second. In 1 second, that's what 10 seconds looks like. Let's see what the gap is now. It was 10.9. 3.4. He lost 7 seconds from that tiny little incident, and he's back behind the same driver again. Remember, there's no blue flags here, ladies and gentlemen. We might see Fire pitting at the end of this lap though, so let's see where he goes. Okay, we've got Scott in the middle of okay, let's call it. Okay, so black flag for Scott for parking his car. Okay, Scott's just taking way too long to get to the pits. All he has to do is drive from there. All right, yeah. So this is taking a little bit because Jet's car bugged out, and oh, he had to go get a new one, and it's like so it wasn't his fault that it bugged out. So there you go, this and that. A little bit of a setback, but we should be on time now. He's coming up to the back of the grid. So let's go, baby. All right, yeah. So this is taking a little bit because Jet's car bugged out, and oh, he had to go get a new one, and it's like so it wasn't his fault that it bugged out. So there you go, this and that. A little bit of a setback, but we should be on time now. He's coming up to the back of the grid. So let's go, baby. Hey, and um, 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 uh, okay, well, let's go ahead and go on board with the boss here. Um, uh, oh boy, let's go back to life here. Okay. Bang and Jank here, battling for the lead. Fire seems to be completely out of it because I guess they don't really notice that they're supposed to, turn mouse steering off when they have it on. So yeah, I guess Fire is just gonna go ahead and retire here, and wait for the next race. We got now Eric in the lead. I believe he was our winner for the last GT3 race that we had. So he's a pretty good driver. We know he's probably going to be able to streak away from the pack here. This is JQ. What's this dude's name? JQ. He's not even on our list right now. He's all the way down in 13th apparently. Hold on, is he 13th because he did not lap himself? Hold on, show laps. Well, remember what we said? If you're lapped, unlap yourself. So he's right now, he's in second, but since he didn't decide to unlap himself, he's technically 13th. So there you go. That's just how we established this last week when some people decided not to do the formation lap for whatever reason, and they bugged the timer out, and it was really confusing. We just said, if you don't do the formation lap, you are in whatever position the timer says you're in. And because you didn't do the formation lap, it counts you as like a lap less. So you'll be like a lap down on everybody. So you'll basically be last. So that's just how we're gonna count it. Right now it's a Ferrari 1-2 with the 27 of Ericsson here ahead of his teammate who was actually in the lead when Fire was racing. Fire in the pit decided just to call it a day because guys, turn off mouse control. If you're not using mouse control, just turn it off. It's that simple. This guy did it like he reversed and did like a U-turn. That was honestly one of the most amazing things that I've possibly ever seen. Just to remember, collisions are being turned on lap 11, so we're watching the two Ferraris battle here. Let's see if there are any closer battles. There are. We got X Burrito and a couple of other drivers here battling. Let's see where these guys are. Ooh, it's the drivers ahead of them that are really getting into it. Ooh, you can really see the power of the slipstream here. The cars ahead just absolutely taking off compared to the ones leading the race right now. Yeah, these guys are like catching at the absolute rate of knots. These guys are like glued to each other right now. So we got Ericsson and we got the boss here fighting for P1 and P2. Ooh, Ferraris, come on, don't get up inside of each other once collisions get turned on. Collisions are turning on like I said at the start of lap 11 here. So we're gonna go ahead and see how these guys manage it. And now the pit strategies are completely different because everybody has completely fresh tires. So if anybody wants to go ahead and be brave, which I don't think would be the smart option, and put on some fresh tires, maybe you might want to rethink your options because with collision on, it's going to be very difficult to pass people. So that potential for a one stop is completely out of the window. So we're going to go ahead and assume that everybody's just going straight to the end on the tires that they're on. Again, we've got fastest team here. Again, still not sure what they're called. There are Vexela. Okay, Vexela. We finally have a name for the team. All right, so Vexela here in P3 with Seng behind him. Actually, so let's just remind everybody that collisions are being turned on. Let's take a look at the Ferraris here. Okay, so that's it. Collisions are now on. So we're and one of the Ferrari spins immediately. And does he collect the car behind him? Just. Okay, so Ericsson goes from basically P1 to running in P4, I believe. He got passed by 2 cars. So that means that we've got these 2 guys going at it. So they're running so close to each other right now. I believe one of them has to spin. One of them has to spin, and it's probably gonna be the car behind. We got one car. We got X Burrito here. Okay. Yeah, so he's having a horrible race, and we got Seng here, who I was trying to go on board with actually. Backfiring as he goes down the straight here. How are these guys gonna manage to get past each other? Well, we're gonna go ahead and find out. So Seng, P3. How do you say this guy's name? Is it Greg? Huh. Let's find out. Yeah, we're just gonna call him Greg. Greg here, Greg, in P2. So let's go ahead and take a look at the boss here, because now the boss has a very comfortable lead over the drivers behind him. Should be over 5 seconds now, possibly, depending on what they decide to do. Seng here having a moment, almost running into the wall there. The gap is actually remaining at 5 seconds. It's 5.1 right now. So we're gonna go ahead and see how these other drivers go ahead and do. We got Chem here running up in 4th place. That's really good compared to where they were before, with the unlucky 7 right behind him in the Lotus here. Then we got X Burrito in the E Spirit. He's weaving all over the place. All the top. Let's take a look at the cars. So P1 Dragonite Maya. P2 we got the Newington Motors Vizzy here, GT3. We got another Dragonite, another Dragonite, another Dragonite, another Dragonite. We got a Valor Atlanta here, another Dragonite. We got the Newington Motors. Let's see here. We got a Valor Atlanta, a Valor Atlanta, Dragonite, and some DNF losers. Okay, I believe that guy back there was part of Kaikera's team. Oh, it's Fire. Why would you choose to start now? Why would you choose to start now? Like, okay, confusing little strategy here. Maybe he's getting some practice in for the next race that we have, which is gonna be right after this one. We're doing reverse top 10, I think. And Fire spins it, so he's gonna know not to do that during the race. So hey, it's a learning experience at least. We've got Greg here actually catching up to the ball in the Ferrari here, the Ferrari Dragonite team, GT3 team. Ferrari actually competing in all 3 Ion leagues. They have an F1 team, of course. They've got this GT3 team, and they even have the F2 team in ERT. So pretty interesting strategy from these guys. And we know that some insight here. Everybody who's a part of the GT3 team, hold on. Okay, a little bit of a odd incident there. Sang all the way down in 9th position. Okay, sorry. So we know that a lot of the GT3 drivers here who drive for Ferrari are all in contention of that Ferrari seat. Dakar is expected to go eventually, so we're gonna go ahead and see how these guys progress through the Ferrari ranks, see if they can drive for multiple teams at the same time. There is a rule. If you drive an F2, you can drive one of the big boy series like Formula 1 and GT3. However, if you have a podium in either F1 or GT3, you can no longer go to the junior series known as F2. That's the only rule that we have. And then I guess actually the second rule that we have is you can't compete in two pro series at the same time. So you can't be in GT3 and F1. Great. Do we all understand that? Does that make sense? Perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at some close drivers together. We've got Unlucky 7 and X Burrito here, actually pretty close together. X Burrito is actually one of our podium finishers back in Australia last week. So good to see him up here with the big boys. And let's see what Lucky 7 can do, because these guys are running pretty close together with each other. And we also have Ant back here running pretty close to nothing because he stopped. Oh, we've got a car here stopped, and then we've got another car trying to overtake around the outside. That's Sam Frost for the Frost team. I assume that's what it's called. Cool. So he makes a pass. The boss here with an 8-second lead over the rest of the field. And we've got LOL. Right, sorry. We've got Greg here actually managing to keep Eric behind him. So he might actually be on for a podium today. So great job. Great job. Also, if he finishes in that position, let's remember, you can't go back to F2. He's not an F2 driver though, so I don't think that's really an issue. Let me see. I don't believe there are any real battles going on right now. The closest two drivers are these two, and they're miles apart. How depressing this is. Let's see if the leader's coming up on anybody. Is he coming up to lap anybody? Doesn't look like it. So yeah, let's go ahead and go back on board with X Burrito and Zach here, because these guys are running nowhere near each other. Okay. And we have I believe that was Fire there running into the wall. It's time to get off the racing line. Okay, Zach just running into a wall there. I guess that was his own fault. Okay, it looks like Zach and Sam are running right next to each other, or it looks like Zach just got hit. Yeah, I think he was just hit because it looked like he was just stopped just a second ago. Fire pulls over to the side of the road there. Fire actually drives the Kai Kira's team, so yeah. Kai Kira actually managing to manage the blue flags there in order for Fire to not get a penalty. So good job. Zach actually just runs into the wall all in his own there, but thought he got hit last time. Looks like he just did that on his own. Any close running drivers? No, there aren't. None. Fire going off there again. We're gonna go ahead and look at this pair, because this pair seems to be the only pair that are remotely close to each other on track. Ooh, Sam having a moment there in the Frost car. This is kind of the price you gotta pay for not pitting. So as long as you can just keep it on the road, you should be good. Funny enough, we've had this happen quite a few times. The last time that we had a driver start and mess up like that was yesterday. One of the corporate GP drivers put it into reverse and put it into mouse steering mode while they were trying to use keyboard. And what happened was he just drove straight off the road. As we have Fire just standing there in the pit lane all depressed and stuff. Let's take a look at Fasta here. Who does he have behind him? Ooh, Fasta's in 10th place, so he's in the points, I think. He's not in the points. I don't think he's in the points. Faster in 10th place though. Great. If this was the race, he'd be in the points. With Jet actually not too far ahead of him or behind him or what? Oh, come on. Yeah, there we go, baby. Jet spins. Faster also spins but manages to avoid him. Not sure how these guys are ordered right now. I'm a little bit confused. I think some of them are just lapped. I just can't remember which ones. Because we did tell everybody not to see oh, there we go. Faster spinning it up again. But yeah. Lucky 7, they're not able to pass him because of how tight these roads are here. And ooh, we got drivers in the background. I believe this is Sang here, right? Yeah, this is Sang in the background. Is it? No, it's not. Who's the other Espera driver? Um. God, who is it? We'll remember. We will remember. Oh, and speaking of Espera, Sang goes into the barrier here. What position is he in 8th position. Let's see if he loses one to Antonio. Well, actually, he's already behind Antonio. Antonio. Let's see if he loses that position. He does not lose a position to Antonio. Huh. Okay. All right, so we're here on the last lap. We're looking at Fasta being lapped by pretty much everybody. That was 5th place that lapped you there, Fasta. Let's go ahead and take a look at our leader. Running a pretty much flawless race. All he has to do is bring it to the line here, and ooh, we've got an obstacle in our way. Let's see if he's able to keep it on the road. What happened to? Oh, hold on. And yes, sir, he manages to. Oh my God, please tell me. I knew it. I knew it. As long as he manages to keep it on the road, it looks like he's gonna be able to do that. But we have a Jet here, who's pretty much a mobile road chicane at this point. All right, so as he spins, he's gonna go ahead and we got the Ferrari coming through in a quick second, and it's about to be here. There you go. You saw it in the last shot. Now we're gonna see if he's gonna be able to pass him without any. Ooh, this is gonna be difficult, and he does it. Ericsson makes it past. Absolutely amazing. Great job, Ericsson. All right, the boss here coming on to the final corner, and I'm gonna announce it. You saw it there on screen for folks. Um, what a good race! Good race from the top two. I don't say this a lot, but baby, Ferrari 1-2, Ferrari 1-2. Okay, so now let's organize the grid. I'll get everybody to understand what reverse 1-2 looks like. Okay. Okay, we're gonna be joined by Kai Kiera here in a second. Okay, well, whenever he joins, that'll be cool.
Oh, hell yeah.
Awesome. All right, so we're joined here by Kai Kiera. It's coming over the GT3 race here that we've got going on. So go ahead, take it over.
Alright, well, we got Tabaz leading the race now. Has quite a gap now from Sankstam in second. Lolly Hunter, Lol Fun Greg, whatever the fuck he's called, is in second place. He started, I believe, in front of Tabaz. Or Eric, who has fallen a bit into the field. He's making up places now as he's behind Fire Alt, who had a terrible restart earlier today. We got Unlucky 7, who started 5th. He's lost a lot of places and now running in 9th. What else do we have going on? Greg has actually taken the lead now, has he? He might have.
Okay, we've got three. Ooh.
Yeah, Tabaz's fallen back a bit.
Yeah, we've got like a gaggle of cars here fighting for the lead, going 4 wide into the car park section here. The ball's actually going off the road here, letting some of the guys get ahead of them. And a lot of the cars here are actually falling back into the pack.
They're not winning because I'm not there.
Trash. Looks like we've got a couple of cars breaking away now. Who's leading right now? It's actually Fire back in the lead, 13th. Yeah, from 13th position. He's the Ferrari challenger that a lot of people... Don't you own that team?
No, I only made delivery.
Okay. Well, what's that team called?
Apnarsi. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, me neither. Alright, we're just gonna go ahead and call it the black car. So, yeah, Fire in the black car leading by 1.6 seconds. I want to see how he's able to get away from the rest of the pack here, because they do have the slipstream, but Fire's gonna have the advantage of not having to run in the dirty air, so he may be able to keep his tires in better condition. Fire's taking a wide line around that corner for some reason. That's interesting. Maybe he's found that it's less bumpy over there.
Yeah. Could be. Tabaz is actually on a purple sector now, in sector 1.
Pretty impressive.
He's making up places. He is now second. Oh, and he's he's fucked it.
He's going really hard here. Fire pulls away from the rest of the pack by a 10th there in the first sector, and by another 5 tenths in the second sector here. So Fire is actually, no pun intended, I don't even need to say the rest. So yeah, we've got Greg here actually managing P2. We've got a car spinning in the background. Oh, who was that? That was Zach there in the Lotus. Now he's got the Frost car of Cam next to him. We've got the 2 Spirits here running right on top of each other. That's X Burrito and Sang? Yeah.
Alright, so I'm interested in the tires, because I know you're interested in the tire wear. Fire Alt, 92 on the front, 89 on the rear. Tabaz, 79 on the front, 81 on the rear. He's got 10% worse tires.
Huh. Oh, this is a new session as well. I wonder if he just took his tires from the other session over to this session.
He had 30 on the front.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh, we got a spinner. It's actually... Oh, that's Greg there in the background who spun from second place all the way down
Ferrari
to...
2-3 now.
Oh, amazing. Sang spinning from second all the way down into... Oh, what position is that? 8th? Sorry, Greg spinning from second to 8th. What an interesting outcome there.
Fuck.
Fire just running away with it, going into the car park and running his rear tires over. That's not gonna be too good for your tire wear. We got the 2 Ferraris running together, 2-3.
Yeah, that's gonna be the slipstream.
Yep. I wonder if these guys are struggling with their aero. I'm not really too sure what setup these guys are running. I think you can see it from the screens back there, can't you?
Yeah, Ted Boss is on a 6-6, same with Eric. Firealt on a 2-7, Greg on a 7-6, and who else do we got? Want to check out?
Let's check out. We checked out Fire already, right?
Yeah, he's 2-7.
Oh, so he's running an extreme low down.
His tires are 15% better on the front, 9% better on the rear. Jesus, that's not good.
So Fire there with the extra rear downforce, really showing you what that can do for you. So you may be faster on the straights, but you're gonna slide around so much more that it looks like it's kind of a bad thing to run very little aero. Oh, Sang almost losing it coming up the hill there. Who we got close together? We got Eric and the Boss close together. Oh, wait, hold on a minute. Did we lose Fire?
Did we lose Fire? Oh my god.
Fire is
Yeah, he's fallen back. He's fallen back.
Whoa, we missed something there.
Yeah.
Well, now we've got a Ferrari 1-2. Not something we say too often. Fire actually not too far off, so all he needs to do is keep it consistent.
Yeah, his last
And go
lap was
ahead and,
8
make some
seconds slower
positions
than Ted Boss.
Yeah, and Fire is the current holder of the fastest lap, so let's see if he can keep it together. He has the slipstream now. Let's see
His fastest
if he
lap
can.
was a 1:23.3.
1 minute.
That
20.
was like 3/10 off from qualifying.
Oh my god. Fire going around at absolute rapid pace right now. And remember, a lot of these cars are not even. However, you have to remember that all the top 4 right now are running the exact same car. Sorry, top 5 even are all running the exact same car.
I think last week it was the Valor that was the superior car because the tire wear was just really good on it. Now you got the Dragonite that's really taking advantage here.
Yeah. I'd really like to see somebody try to run, or at least a
Crossbar
competitive
as well.
team. Yup, that's V8XTH. Fun fact about him, he begged me to race, and now his car's in a wall. Okay, so moving on. The battle here for the lead is actually gonna start to tension up here. Fire currently in second place, making his way all the way back up from 4th, from 13th to 1st. Back
He's
down
taking
to
advantage
4th.
of those tires. Last lap was a 1:25.4. Boss a 1:27.1.
That's pretty fast, so he's catching it about 2 seconds a lap. All Fire needs to do is make sure that he doesn't make any mistakes while following, and try not to follow other drivers off the track, because that's not the fastest way around. Currently, he's 0.7 seconds behind the leader, so I want to see how he makes this way. But it looks like he can't actually even break away from the Boss here, so maybe following isn't the best while in the dirty air here.
Yeah, the slipstream, if it's the same one as F1, it should be pretty powerful.
Well, let's see what they can do on this straight here. Fire actually losing another position here to the Boss here. But Fire seems to lack car control for whatever reason. His car is just absolutely everywhere. I believe he's probably one of the only drivers on keyboard here, which probably explains his lack of consistency. And you can
really?
really tell when the car's twitching around. I think so. Like, look at the way he drives. And also, last time he put it into mouse mode and managed to do an absolute U-turn.
Yeah.
So I assume he doesn't, because he would know not to do that if he was running in mouse mode normally.
Although, like a minute or two after the start, he was like, "Oh, I hate my parents." So I think we got the answer of what happened there. Alright, Firealt is actually gonna overtake Boss now into the parking lot section.
You know, that probably does actually answer a lot. It shows that Fire is an orphan. Okay, so yeah. Into second place he goes. He manages to make all that time back up, but he loses it in certain areas. So I'm really confused here. Fire.
Yeah, his tires are 15% better still on the front, and on the rear 11% better. Oh, sorry, 14% better
Huh.
than Ted Boss. Eric has much better tire wear than Ted Boss, but they're still lapping the same pace.
Okay, and here we go, pitting. So
Eric's
he's gonna...
pitting.
Oh, they both pit. Both the Ferraris come in at the exact same time. Did you organize?
And that was the car.
Oh.
I was
Okay.
I was talking to him. He's like, "What? I'm managing. Don't worry." I'm like, "All right."
Okay, cool. So
That
it
was
looks like Ferrari are
smart.
probably doing. Yep, Ferrari are probably going to be doing a 3-stop. So they're gonna pit now
It's
on
definitely a
that
three
page.
stop. Yeah.
Yep, pit on lap 8, lap
Seng is
16,
stuck apparently. Where's Seng stuck?
24. Who's stuck?
Oh, Seng stuck on the curb! That's what
Oh,
happened earlier the
Seng.
last race.
Ooh.
He
That
can
looks
get it
like it's over
unstuck,
for
but he's gonna
him.
lose a lot of time. He can get it
Yeah.
unstuck.
Ooh. Not sure we even like deploy safety cars now.
No, 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 no.
I don't think we do that for GT3.
Nah, 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 no. No safety cars.
Well, that's quite
Although if
unfortunate.
there was a safety car, I think it would still be a Ferrari 1-2 in that case. Because everyone would
Yeah.
pit. They'd fall behind.
So, those curbs are kind of high up though. Let's
Yeah.
blame Copper for this.
Yeah,
And let's
fuck
go
you,
ahead and move
Copper.
on. Yeah.
He's not even here.
Copper,
What a
you
dick.
freaking suck. Copper was actually supposed to host the stream, but whatever.
Oh, yeah, of
I'm
course he
hosting
didn't.
it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was
Who's
too
gotta do
busy
everything?
finding issues with the F2 place. What a dumbass.
You know what was crazy about that? I literally joined, and he was like, "Look, they can get the GT3 car. I mean, the F2 cars out." And I'm like, "You know, I can just make them not backlight, right?" And he was like, "Shh." We put like
I was
30
there.
minutes of work
No.
for something I
We
could have
spent
done
like,
in like
oh,
15
it's
seconds.
Burritos Pit and wait, has Seng gotten a new car or
Wait, I'm confused.
I don't know, but Seng's like all the way down in 10th place, 11th place, maybe even further.
Okay.
So I don't think it matters really.
Oh, okay. Well, still be saying that he's a resetter. I guess that's fine. If it messes with the timer, we're gonna have to ask it to DNF. But
No, it
otherwise,
completely
I
messes.
think he was
It
in the
messes
same
the timer
sector.
for him. It only messes it up for him. I think he loses like a lap plus whatever he just did. So it's really not an advantage of any sort.
Oh, that's right. But remember when we saw Dakar in France come back through the field and manage to make his way up?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna see where that puts him. If that
No,
messes
there's
up the timer, we're gonna have to
whenever
ask
there's a
him.
glitch, it's between 3rd and 4th place for some reason.
Yeah, it was weird. Let me see. Let's check out 3rd and 4th place in here. Oh, that's where he came out.
And Fire's clearly pit.
Oh,
Means they're all on a 3-stop, but Ferrari's pulled the undercut. Yeah, we have. Can you show
see.
pits?
yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. Show pits.
Oh, Lolly Hunter hasn't pit. Means he is gonna lose a lot of time now.
Is that his name?
No, it's Lol Fun Greg, but I didn't notice it was Lol Fun Greg, so I used to call him Lolly Hunter the entire race.
I was like looking for something to call him. To call him
Yeah.
Jack. Okay, looks like the timer sorted itself out for speaking, so
Yeah, so
job,
Seng's
good
pretty fucked.
alright. 144 seconds down. That's like at least 2 laps. Let's check out where he's at in terms of laps here. 9 laps. Compared to the leader's
Yikes.
10. Oh, we've got a real battle for the lead here though. Let's check this out. So we've got Ericsson leading here. I'm not really sure what his actual name is. We're just calling it Ericsson.
Yeah. No, it's like really hard to pronounce. I know the story behind the name. It's like some Finnish glue company or something like that.
And this is
I don't know
why
how
I
to
don't
pronounce
quit, because I don't speak Finnish.
We just call him Eric, okay?
Oh, we like to call him Ericsson, because Formula 1 Ericsson.
Ah, yeah, he did it.
Yup.
Speaking of did it, he's taken the lead, and he's lost the lead.
Oh, the boss here, actually managing to pass him. Is that Lolly Hunter? Oh, no, Lolly Hunter.
Yeah, Lolly Hunter, who hasn't
that's
hit
fast up here.
And
That's
I
like
think
going
he's fucked it.
way... Yeah,
No,
that's
he hasn't,
going
okay.
way out of...
Yeah, I'll spectate him, he's gonna spin. I'm calling it, he's gonna spin.
Who's gonna spin?
Please
Fast
spin. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep the camera on him.
Yeah,
No,
okay,
he hasn't
well,
spun, damn it.
Damn.
He's pitting?
Fast
No, he's
spinning
not
on the
pitting.
road. Ooh, let's see. I want to see if anybody is on an alternative pit strategy here. We know that Greg is on an alternative
Greg
pit
is
strategy.
definitely, yeah. But that's
Oh,
not
and
gonna
all
work
the
out for him.
people-
These guys are a whole pit stop ahead now. They're on fresher tires, and they're ahead of him. That's really not played out for him too well.
Well, let's wait for the long game because
Oh, Foster's
he's gonna
not spun, fucking hell!
Ooh, in the
He's just
background, I
held it
see him there
together.
up against his teammate. I think it's more about the long game here. He'll lose out now, but towards the end of the race, he should have the fresher tires and have to do less pit stops. So let's see if that.
Yeah, but I think the time he's losing now will be just too big.
Well, if we could see his last lap, that would be great.
We can see his last lap.
Awesome.
His last lap was a 1 minute 27. Firewall did a 1:24.0. Boz did a 1:26.4, and Eric a 1:24.7.
So these guys on faster tires here, fresher tires, are going faster by about 2 or 3 seconds per lap. What a concept. Let's see how Fire is getting along. Fire manages to wake his way up into third position, currently 3.7 seconds off the lead. He's actually in fourth because he's tied with the guy behind him because they crossed the line at the exact same time. both tied for third right now. Another time he says fourth, but wow, that's cool. That's gonna change as we see that Fire's clearly ahead of Greg now. So there we go. Third and fourth sorted itself out. What was it? Season 1 that we had like an actual tie on the line or something.
No. Oh yeah, it was Delta and Dakar in race 7. Was it Britain? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Fire's spinning it. He spun. He's crashed into the wall. Yeah, he's fucked
I
it.
was on board for that. Fire.
Yeah.
Not doing the greatest job here. Fire always loves to go very long with his pit strategies. But this time he actually went short. Now he's got the freshest tires and still managed to spin his car there. So that's not going to be great for his race there. Almost winning race 1. He's clearly got the pace, just not the consistency that the Ferraris
he's incredibly inconsistent, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, fortunately, kind of. I want to see him get a podium. I don't want to see him win, though.
Okay, well, right now it's a Ferrari 1-3 with Sem. No, sorry, it's a 1-2. Never mind. Sem's just the back marker right now. Yeah.
Fire's lagging, really. He's been standing here for like 10 seconds.
Huh. Let me see. Sylvie saying
the feeling he's gonna lose connection or something. He's not moving.
This. Who isn't moving?
Fireald. Oh, he's lost connection. He's out.
Well, he was sucking.
Fireald's out of it. The potato connection has just paid its toll. Well, that's supposed to be a McDonald's connection.
Nothing.
Well, he still keeps that 1 point.
He's back.
He's back. Now he's gonna be in the battle with Seng, maybe.
Let's get him back to his car.
Yeah, I don't think that'll help him that much.
Do you know where his car is at?
Yeah, it was the, what's it called, the parking lot.
Alright. Okay, well, never mind, he already responded.
Well, now we'll just watch as he falls down the order, because he's gonna be a lap down.
Alright, so currently it says he's in 7th position, so let's see how much further he falls.
It's all over. Fireald's 7th. Fireald's 7th. He's got the fastest lap.
That's a sad sight. So we've got Seng running down in 11th. That's a sad sight. And we've also got Fire running down in 9th, which is also a sad sight. 2 extremely fast drivers.
Yeah,
funny about the first race actually, Fire is actually the owner of Russian Power in Formula 1, and he got taken out by Russian Power in GT3.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
kind of makes you want to laugh at them.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt a little bit. Taken out by Scott here, who's running in a measly 14th place. In fact, so running behind some people who DNF.
There's a little issue in Ferrari. The car is nowhere to be seen. So that's not really good.
Well then, that's
the Ferrari guys should be pitting sometime soon. Greg is running 4 seconds slower than the 2 last lap.
Scott
Ball's tires are on 56 on the front, 66 rear.
Ooh.
Eric's 72 front, 68 rear.
Got way better tires. Okay. Huh.
I don't know why his tire management is just terrible.
Yeah. So for these longer races, it looks like Ericsson here is going to be able to stretch out his stints. I wonder if he'd be able to stretch it out enough to even do 1 less stop. But that'd have to require a lot of management. So.
Nah, I'm pretty sure they'll both do a 3-stop. I mean, they've already pit once on like lap 8. They're definitely doing a 3-stop.
Fire comes back in position 8, by the way. So he loses 4 positions, which isn't a lot, relatively speaking.
He's ahead of Seng.
That does put him down. That does put him down 130 seconds off the leader right now, considering he was the leader not too long ago.
He stonks.
Stonks. Okay, so who's our closest battle right now?
I don't know.
Looks like it's Greg and X Bear
Yeah, and that's
running right on
that
top
is a
of each
battle,
other actually.
Yeah.
Alright, great. This should
Alright.
be an interesting battle.
There's some big announcements from the Zent or is it one of the Zeko garages?
Ooh, hold
It
up.
is Anto announcing. Oh shit. He's just Tokyo drifting it.
Yeah, we've got Tokyo drifting it in Tokyo, and giving X Burrito the lead there. X Burrito going ahead and moving up into third. That's a podium fight, right?
Wait, is it X Burrito or Burrito?
Listen, we'll say it however we want to say it.
Alright.
Stupid ass name.
He's got an X in front of his name. I think he loses all respect with that.
Yeah. Wow. Wait, hold up. VXTH. Okay. What were you saying earlier?
I forgot. I was gonna say, from one of Luca's teams, Antolol 1300 has announced he's doing a one-stop strategy, running now in P11.
Oh my God. Let's go ahead on board.
He's pit. He's pit. It's now the halfway point, and he's in the pits.
Oh,
He's definitely on some kind of drugs.
That might be the best thing ever or the stupidest thing ever. We'll check up with him in 13 laps.
He said thanks Zeko. I don't know if that's supposed to be like thanks, great team, or it's supposed to be like thanks, hope you all burn in hell.
What a joke.
One or the other.
I think that I know what that's relating to. That's related to the fact that Zeko has no engineers, so he's just kind of guessing.
Oh yeah. He's just stranded. He's like, just get on with it. Alright, I think Eric should be pitting now. I'll let him know. I'm sorry for the extremely loud typing, but yeah, it had to be done. Is he gonna pit? Is he gonna pit? He's pitting!
Oh, Eric pitting
The
from
race leader's pitting.
Alright,
And Tebas follows him in.
Yes, sir. Both the Ferrari drivers in
Aw,
pits
I
right
thought we were
now.
gonna get it. I thought we were gonna get a nice double stack.
Let's
Kind of
see.
did, but...
Let's go ahead and see if X Bear manages to grab the lead here. He was 23 seconds behind. What does he come
Yeah, I
out
don't
now?
think he's doing it. He's not doing it.
Oh, he might.
He's gonna be third, though.
Maybe, yep, definitely third. Okay, so, I'd say you lose about 14, 15 seconds from a pit stop.
Yeah, there's no pit limiter on GT3 for some reason.
No, there is.
Really. I mean, when I did in free practice, I just drove through at like 150.
Yeah, I added it since then.
Ah, okay.
Hold on, let me check actually.
Race one was pretty intense. I don't know if you saw, but Eric was like pitting. He was third or something, second, and Lolly Hunter Greg was the man directly behind him. And as they pit, he exited and took out Greg. Or it was the other way around. Greg pit and then he took out Greg. Greg was like on his roof and shit, and he was just
Oh, was that in F the first one?
Yeah.
Race?
It was the car race.
I think I got a quick glimpse of that. Like I saw the
Yeah,
car
I
upside
recorded
down
it.
and it's green on the bottom.
Yeah, I'll send a gif later.
Alright, awesome.
You just exited
I'm
the
gonna
pit
check
and just
out
got
these
collected.
pit limiters. I'm gonna check these pit limiters out.
Alright, well, I'll check the times right now. We got Fire Alt running 185s. Why am I checking Fire Alt? I don't know what number Bear is, so I don't know. Oh, where? And Boz... Oh yeah, okay, that's why they did not slow. Boz did a 126.3 just now, even though that is the lap he's pit, so... He's gonna lose time. Burrito pits. X-Burrito's just pit. He's gonna come out in third, most likely.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Never mind. I forgot this game is cursed and stops. It just unupdates itself.
Gotta say, Randy Sleaze has been doing a lot of talking today.
Oh, hell yeah. Am I Randy Sleaze today? I can't even tell. Oh, I am Randy Sleaze. That's right.
It is? Oh, you are?
Yeah. Ah, ha.
Ah, fuck, I didn't know. Okay. Alright, well, Eric's somehow 8 seconds behind now. It was the other way around in Australia last week.
Yep. These two Ferrari drivers are really competitive. I think Ferrari have a really good lineup in pretty much every league that they compete in. I mean, they got a 1-2 in Formula 1, they got a 1-2 in Formula 2, and they're very much on their way for a 1-2 in GT3.
Yeah,
And they're like the
it's gonna be a
Mercedes
bit
of...
challenging in F2 and F1.
Yeah. They're like the Mercedes of Ion, sorry, actually, just in general. And the Mercedes of Ion is like the Williams of real F1.
Yeah, there is no Mercedes here. You mean like the Valor?
They're like identical.
I mean, Delph in Dakar is pretty good. I think in
Last-
Australia he was running a 2-stop strategy, which completely screwed him over.
So in China they were running 9th and 10th, I believe.
Yeah, he got
and
no
then they made
practice
their way
in
up
China
to
though.
8th and 9th. I mean, come on, Copper made the track. He got all the practice he needs.
Yeah, he can fuck off.
Just really not sure
too.
what
I don't know what he's on.
Yeah, like I drove it like once, like I raced him on it, and like I was doing fine until I hit a bump and spun, and I was like, really?
Oh yeah, it's fine.
Bro, it's fine, dude. Come on. I'm really excited for the season 3 tracks. Like we have a little preview coming up pretty soon. So for all you Ion fans out there, just wait for that. It's gonna
We
be
got the
pretty
best
exciting,
fans here.
trust me. Yeah, we have tons of fans. Oh, and Eric spins. But he's not the leader, so I don't think anybody cares.
No. Speaking of the best fans, we got Delta, and we got Castrionx, you know, two of some really good F1 drivers. We have
We've got
Patrick
Paddy Kuro, who's
he's like second
one
in
of the
the F2
winners for
championship.
F2. Yep.
Yeah. We have Shocking the whatever, and Timo Bella 01.
Great, don't know these guys. Awesome. Well, all fans are welcomed. I don't even know how many people are listening to this stream right now. Let's go ahead and check. Let's
We
also
have
find a quick battle
whopping
for that.
5 people. I'm one of them.
I'm one of them, so that means we've got 3 remaining.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
Unlucky 7 spinning and hitting the barrier there.
And those people are probably like Cast and Delta.
Amazing.
Cast,
Dude,
Delta, and then I don't know, someone with their engineers.
My mom.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, we know for a
You're
fact
running
that
late
Timo
with your
Bella was one
chores.
of them. Timo Bella was definitely one of them. They said hello in the chat. Hey, thank you for watching. Appreciate it so much.
I don't know. The stream's really like the delay is really long, so I have no idea.
Who else
I think
would
it's
make
pretty
these
long.
Come on.
Like I don't know if it was yesterday or last week, but like the delay was a whole minute or something.
Yeah, dude, it's stupid long. I'm not even sure if I can go into low latency mode because I've seen it on Twitch, but I haven't seen it on YouTube. Or maybe I saw it on YouTube and I'm getting it confused. But we're gonna have to see. Oh, fire setting a green middle sector. That's interesting.
Yeah, he still got the fastest lap. Let's compare his fastest lap to Tabaw's fastest lap.
Hold on, Scott is still out of the race. Never mind.
Oh man, what a Chad. Yeah, okay, so Tabaw's fastest lap.
Purple.
Tabaw's fastest lap was 0.15 seconds slower than Fire Alt.
Yep,
Eric
Sang in the
0.4
leader
seconds.
slipstream right now. Sang would be fighting for the lead if he was actually in position and then he gets stuck on the post there.
I think in the last race he was kind of unlucky because he wasn't lapped or anything, nor did he do anything wrong. I don't know, something just happened with the timer and he got absolutely screwed with it.
In the last race, like last weekend?
Yeah, no, I mean like earlier, race 1.
Oh, okay. So the sprint race. Yeah, what happened with that? I don't think it was Sang who got affected. It was some other guy. It was like...
No, it was Sang. Oh, he just fucked it.
Oh, yeah, you were right. Yeah. I think it was after the red flag period, and someone goes straight into the wall.
Oh, fucking hell.
That was just
That was Antelope 1300 running in P11.
making absolutely no attempt to get around that corner whatsoever.
I know that guy. We're friends. I shouldn't be laughing at him like that.
Well, at least Eric is gonna be getting a awesome slipstream here. Expirito actually going for two personal bests, so
Oh,
he's
he's
finding
fun.
his pace.
Anto's fun.
Antos, oh, okay, let's go on board with him.
I think Luca will be disappointed.
Definitely. Oh, okay.
This is not an ideal weekend for them.
Nope, not at all.
Oh, I'm like, wait, who's that in the pits? And I realized I was spectating myself. Alright.
Oh, awesome. Nobody pitting right now. Somebody actually coming out of the pits. Was that Fasta, I believe? Was not Fasta. Ooh, I just missed it. Okay. Okay, so we've got JQ now into the pits. He's pitting for his team or whatever. Let's go ahead and take a look at Anto's tires. I'm curious to see what he's running.
I think he's level number 130, so I'll check.
Yeah, he's 130. Oh, because look at his numbers. He's Antonolo 1300, so his numbers are.
It's
130.
Antolol. Yeah, we call him Antonolo. There's a ton of lols in his name. Damn, we're funny.
Such a bad name.
You have Antolol, and then you have Lol Fun Greg. And then you have Unlucky 7 running in 7th.
I mean, bro, putting LOL in your name is like basically like putting on a clown hat.
I think we should take a moment to look at Unlucky 7 currently place.
And directly behind Antonol. And now ahead of Antonol.
Except Antolol is a lap or 3 down from Unlucky 7.
Bro, next weekend, I swear, I want Carver to host this so I can race with Zen, because they need some decent drivers. GT3. Some of their drivers are just absolutely shocking. I can't believe the talent pool is
The drivers are shocking.
This is unbelievable.
Man.
What are we gonna do? And Antonol goes into the wall. Please check his tires for me.
Yeah, alright, let's find out. Antolol, now running 71 on the front. 67 oh no, 65 on the rear right, 68 on the rear left.
Huh.
His front's
So
rear
that's
left
what, 10% difference?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, someone's
Yeah.
bad.
No, actually the difference between the front and the rears are like 2-3%.
Oh,
Meanwhile, Tepos, 59 on the front, 65 on the rear. Eric, 69 front, 63 rear. Eric is saving his tires really well. Both of their last laps were 86 point something. Boz was 0.9, Eric 0.0. They should be pitting. Yeah, and they do. Eric pits.
Eric
Why
pits,
hasn't
and we
Boz?
know.
Oh, and he's went a bit long.
Yep, so we know he's gonna probably try to undercut his teammate there, which is actually a very good strategy.
They're in a VC. It's not an undercut. I think Boz forgot to go in.
Oh, well, I mean, that's gonna be
He
probably
slid it.
crucial
If
for
he
him.
fucks it up, that could be the race win on the line now.
Well, let's go ahead and take a look at the balls here, because this is actually going to be pretty interesting. If the undercut is strong enough for Eric, then he's going to be able to stay in the balls'
Okay, well,
slipstream.
X Dorito has went ahead of Eric, and he's crashed into. And X Dorito running a lap down. Well, not a lap down, a pit stop down.
Okay, so either he's running a two-stop race, or he'll be pitting pretty soon. Actually, this should be the last pit stop for the Ferrari, shouldn't it?
Yeah, well. Well,
Hold on a
Firealt
minute.
is laughing at something. Let's see what Firealt is laughing at. He's just pit. Okay. And he's exiting the pits. I think he's saying this is a dumb race. Antolol agrees!
Agree. Oh my god,
agrees.
last place. Okay, let's go on board with Ericsson here. Let's see where Ericsson
Tepos
comes out
pits,
against his
alright.
teammate.
I think
this
Tepos
is-
is gonna make it. Yeah,
Yeah,
Tepos
this
is moving
very
now.
interesting, yeah.
Boz is gonna be ahead. Boz
Yeah,
is
this is a-
exiting now.
Is an absolute
Oh, yeah, he's got a lead.
gap between first and second. I'm not even sure what happened just now, to be honest with you. I thought these guys
Yeah, I
were
wasn't
running like
expecting
right
it.
next to each other.
They're like 9 seconds apart, but
Let's see where they are
where
now.
are they?
15
Well,
seconds.
15, but to be fair, he did pit, so like we'll only find out next lap or whenever they update the next time.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, so
They
let's wait
update
for
by
that first
sectors,
sector.
right?
Yep.
Alright. Let's go spectate someone random. Sengstam. Running in 7th, running over the parking lot. He's looking for a place to park. And it has been a pretty terrible evening for him. He's running in 7th. He should maybe park it up.
Yeah, you don't want to park over there, Sang. Back to the garage. Let's go. Still running in the points though.
Standing in the pits.
Okay, so
fast is
13
sliding.
seconds is what the gap updates to between the leader and second.
Maybe Eric can catch him since he's got better tire wear.
Yep, and currently right now, every driver is running more than like 15 seconds away from the driver in front, and that's great.
X-Dorito
Awesome.
should be pitting sometime soon.
Oh, yes.
I think he's gonna pit this lap.
Oh my god, we've got him.
Still insane.
Anto just Tokyo
Oh no,
drifting
big man.
on the off ramp there. Absolutely
Yeah,
amazing.
big man, let's go.
I'm gonna stay on board with him. I think he's probably the most interesting driver on the field here.
You remember Yaja?
Oh god, how could you forget?
Yesterday or the day before that night, he sent me a friend request.
Oh.
I accepted it. I accepted it without hesitation.
Okay.
Oh, he's just ran wide, but that's no issue.
Oh, and into the wall.
Into the wall. Oh, Burrito pits. Doritos pitting.
Oh, X-Doritos pitting. Okay, let's see.
X-Doritos pitting. Is Lolly Hunter gonna overtake him? Lolly Hunter is gonna overtake him, or it's gonna be wheel to wheel.
It's gonna be very close. It's gonna be super
No,
close.
Lolly Hunter's behind, but he's getting the slipstream now. Into turn 1 they go.
They go into the first
Lolly
corner
Hunter
side by
barely
side.
ahead.
Side by side. Oh my. So let's see here. What's going on here? Let's see where they are in pit stop wise. So X-Dorito is gonna have extremely fresh tires compared to
What's X-Dorito's number? I forgot.
2.
2. Oh. Who's number 8? There is no number 8. Okay. X-Dorito last lap 132, even though he pit. His best lap is 1.2 seconds faster than Lolly Hunter.
So X-Burrito actually has one extra pit stop compared to X-Burrito there. So the number 2 versus
Dorito.
That's what I called it on the first race we had.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even
He
notice
was
we were
using
coming up
some
to the
Need
end
for
of the race
Speed
here.
tactics, the wall to his advantage. And
Greg spinning.
don't want to use that wall. Oh, Ted Boss, he's coming up to lap Anto Lol 1300.
Oh, here we go, boys. Here we go. This is the moment.
This is
we've
the
been
end. This is the end.
waiting.
This
it
is the
for Zeko.
race-winning move. Luca,
Oh, down the inside.
Oh my god, what a move. What a move from the
Killing them.
British driver.
Killing them. Absolutely just demolished. Oh, and he spins in the background. Spins in the background. Oh, so, I mean, we need to put up a spin counter for this guy. That's unbelievable how many times he's. Oh my.
Okay, well, I
every time
believe
he
it's
spins.
safe to say that Ted Boss and Eric be one.
Just realized.
I've known both of them for like over a year or two, and they're not gonna lose connection.
They better not keep this race going. Oh, actually, let me go grab a thumbnail right quick.
Yeah, and Tolol getting lapped by Eric now. They're going wheel to wheel. Eric is ahead. Unlucky 7 has fallen to 8th place. Bad news for him. Damn it. I kind of wanted Unlucky 7 to be in 7th. He will probably be caught by Firealt because Firealt's pretty fast. We got Sengstam running in 7th place now. He is widening the gap from Unlucky 7, catching up to Zach. Who's Zach? Let's go on board with Zach. Well, I'm going on board. And Zach is... No, Anto is spinning! Oh dear. If only you've seen that. You should have seen that. Oh my god. It was such a glorious spin. I kind of want to tell Anto to pit. Should I tell him to pit? Or is it like
Nah.
faster spins?
Figured it.
What the fuck kind of spin was that? Okay.
Hold on, you got shadow play, right? You can just like replay that.
Well, I've been recording for like the past 2 hours, so yeah.
There you go.
Now, unless the recording corrupts, then should be good. Oh, Tebboz is actually taking the fastest lap.
Oh, that's a surprise.
If he wins the race and holds this fastest lap, he'll have done literally everything in this race. He will have won both races, gotten pole position, and the fastest lap. And that will put him in the championship lead by quite some margin.
Drivers
Yeah,
coming
race
up
one
to
was
lap
hell.
dance
What was that dipshit that was like spun on in the uphill
Scott.
turn? Yeah, fucking dipshit. I was there as a complete Chad, explaining to Eric and Boz where to go to avoid the crash. They avoided it. Also, they're pretty good drivers, so
Nice.
yeah. Tactic. Alright, well, there isn't anything going on right now.
Eric's getting lapped. I mean, Anto is getting like.
Big surprise. Burrito's getting past, Anto's sliding. Alright, how many turns do you think it'll take for him to spin? I say 3. Alright, turn 1.
Wait, what?
No, it's 1. Wait, he saved it. 2. No, he's going straight on, Come on, don't spin now. Spin the next one, come on. We're still betting money on this, like, when's Anto gonna spin?
Easy game. This corner.
He's not gonna spin, he can't spin out. He's going so slow he can't spin.
He'll find the way.
Fuck, okay. Well, it took more than 3 turns, I failed. 4 maybe? Well, going into the wall isn't particularly fast either. Is he gonna park it up? Please black flag me. I kinda wanna tell him to pit, just to see what he can do. Come on, come on. Oh my god, oh! No way! No, how does he save that? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Oh my god, this is fantastic racing here. Eric is actually catching up to Tebboz. Very, very slightly though. Yeah, Eric went 2 seconds faster last lap. Okay, never mind. Andoral's teammate Jet04 has retired. Ages ago. He was the first person to retire. No one's cut in this street circuit because you have nowhere to cut. Alright, what could be interesting to see? Unlucky 7 and Fire Alt could be getting close. Fire Alt going past Unlucky 7 now. That can be a cool battle for 7th or 8th.
Alright, I got a thumbnail. Let me just.
Yo, look at the battle for 7th or 8th. Anto in the background. Yeah, big man. Alright, Unlucky 7's been passed.
Then I've been
Unlucky 7th, now in 9th. Anto lol behind him. Will he spin? He doesn't. He holds it together. No, he spun. He spun.
I'm on board with him still.
Tebboz is coming up to lap someone. I believe that is Anto lol. Is that Seng? Yeah, Seng has actually managed the gap even though he's a lap down. He's showing what might have been had he not been stuck. Oh, Eric's sliding a bit. Nearly did an Anto lol.
Yeah, look at the chat we're in, by the way.
What chat? Oh, okay.
Thumbnail alert.
It's loading. Oh. Is that gonna be the thumbnail?
Yep. Dude,
Yeah,
awesome.
hell yeah. Yeah, who cares about the race leaders? Speaking of the race leaders, Tebboz is gonna start his final lap.
Oh, that's that already.
Should we tell both the Ferraris to finish in the pits, you know?
Oh.
Do it the car.
Because what if one ignores it?
Yeah, what if one
Then
ignores
we'll have a
Eric?
real Leclerc
Eric takes the
that'll
win, oh my god.
Oh.
That would be kind of an issue.
Okay, well, on board here with the last lap, I'm gonna go ahead and announce it in game. You can go ahead and announce it on stream.
Alright, well it's the last lap. Eric's sliding across the road, which is funny because Anto is right next to him. Perhaps it's contagious. You don't know. Eric is 12 seconds behind. He will finish second. He might take the lead if Tabaz does a big mistake, which I don't think he's gonna make it. He's been pretty consistent this entire race. Tabaz's tires are way better, well, way worse, sorry. They're 12% worse on the front, but they're 3% better on the rear. How is he wearing out his fronts more than the rears on this track? Dakar has worn out his fronts, his rears more than the fronts. Eric's wearing out his rears by like 10% more. This dude's like, nah, I'll do it the other way around, and I'll do it more. Well, I don't think there's anything interesting to watch. Maybe Antolol? Maybe Unlucky 7 Wild? No? No. No. Well, Tabaz is in the final sector. He's got 1 or 2 hours to go. Yeah, I think that's the last turn. Tabaz goes around the final corner. He's on the main straight. There's no one that can stop him. He's led every single... He hasn't. No. He's won the race though. Eric will come home in second. It's been a pretty successful win for Ferrari. It's a 1-2-1-2. Ex-Burrito. He forgot to eat his breakfast. He's running in 3rd place. Can Lolly Hunter catch him? He's got a gap of 10 seconds. This might cover up the screen for them. Can Dorito handle it? Come on, Lolly Hunter, you can get him. We don't want Esprit to get points. But if you spectate Burrito now, you will have Antolol 1300 right in front of him. Amazing stuff from him. As he runs the final, well, second to last corner, he hits the wall. Sengstam in 7th, Zach in 6th, Burrito now runs the final corner. He goes across the line now. Antolol's spawn. Eric is doing fuck all, and Burrito takes 3rd. And where's Antolol? He's gonna cross the line now. Can he overtake anyone? Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is Eric doing on the line. What a donkey. Alright, well I think the secret behind winning today was Eric is Finnish, okay? It's like he's okay here, but in Finland he's probably like shit. Here he's winning.
Yeah.
You know, if James May has taught us anything, it is that.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Yes, boys. Yeah. I'm missing
I
out
need to
first
stand on the
place,
podium with my voice. Come on, put me up there.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Unless there's someone that's better. Patrick or nah, sorry, man. We're such a gang. We're always rolling with each other. Also, why was race 1 so freaking long? It was like double of last week.
Not sure. Not sure.
You made everything double.
Longer, but
A bit longer. The F1 race would have ended an hour and 20 minutes ago. Just
yeah.
saying.
Ooh. I mean, hey, it's kind of GT3.
Yeah, it's Copper's fault. Also, why was race 1 so freaking long? We'll express all the hate to him later. He wants me out. Nah. Oh, does the champagne not work, or is it... Was that the thing that had to be moderated
Gotta
earlier?
zoom in on it. And yeah, it was a thing.
Ah, it's rose water. Hell yeah. Bahrain time. Alright, now don't run like goons immediately. Oh shit, they're all gonna run onto the podium. Gotta tell them what to do. Wait, how the fuck did Callum make it up here? He's like reserve GT3 driver. Yeah, Eric. Dude, I'm so pro, I get to stand on a podium where I didn't even do anything.